Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. Beginning with news in Jamaica. Jamaica says it will use its chairmanship of the 15-member Regional Integration Movement, CARICOM, from July this year to place emphasis on youth as the architects of the future. Prime Minister Holness, who assumes the chairmanship from Barbados Prime Minister Mottley, noted that the youths of the region account for nearly 60% of the population of the region. And I quote, "You have the power to redefine the Caribbean's place in the world," unquote. Holness said in a special message ahead of the 49th meeting of the Caribbean leaders to be held in Montego Bay from July 6 to 8. Holness spoke of the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors Program as a vital platform for collective voices of young people and encouraged them to be active co-creators of the region's progress. He also placed emphasis on the technological age, pointing out that, quote-unquote, digital fluency and creative energy of young people were essential. Meanwhile, Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith told Jamaica Information Service think tank on Tuesday that when Jamaica assumes the chairmanship, human development, capacity building, and partnerships will be central to all dialogues and actions. The summit will be held under the theme People Partnerships, Prosperity, Promoting a Secure and Sustainable Future. Turning attention to news in Grenada. The Grenada government says there has not been an increase in Grenadians being deported from the United States since President Donald Trump returned to the White House in January this year. In February this year, Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Andal confirmed that Grenada received communications from the Trump administration that several Grenadians were scheduled for deportation, but they did not provide a number. Prime Minister Deacon assured Grenadians that as the Minister for National Security, the police are quite vigilant, the immigration authorities are quite vigilant, there has not been any necessary uptake in deportees since Donald Trump came into office. Data from the Royal Grenada Police Force shows that for the 5-year period of 2020 to 2024, 197 nationals were deported to Grenada, with the majority coming from the United Kingdom. And lastly, with some international news. Israel bombed nuclear targets in Iran on Thursday, while Iranian missiles hit an Israeli hospital overnight as the week-old air war escalated, with no sign yet as a peace deal. Following the strike that damaged the Soroka Medical Center in Israel's southern city of Beersheba, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, and I quote, "Tyrants would pay the full price." Defense Minister Israel Katz said that military had been instructed to intensify strikes on strategic-related targets in Tehran in order to eliminate the threat to Israel to destabilize the quote-unquote Ayatollah regime. Netanyahu has said that Israel's military attacks could result in the toppling of Iran's leaders, and Israel would do whatever was necessary to remove the existential threat posed by Tehran. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar, speaking to the reporters outside the damaged hospital, said, and I quote, "Regime change in Tehran was not a goal the Security Cabinet had set for the time being." US President Donald Trump, meanwhile, has kept the world guessing about whether Israel's superpower ally would join it in airstrikes. Trump has veered from proposing a swift diplomatic end to the war to suggesting the United States might join it. On Wednesday, he said nobody knew what he would do. Thanks for watching. I am Antonio Day.